Whoa! I'm gonna flip you around. Hope you got enough light. Do you got enough light? Can you see? Well, nobody watched the previous video, but I'm gonna try this one anyway. Maybe somebody will actually see this one because nobody else is watching. So I'm gonna tell you one thing: I can't go to Tweety My Love's TikTok anymore. Every time I go there, I see her looking at him, and it's like, oh my gosh, I remember how she used to look. She used to look at me like that, and it's like I can't even see that. So I'm just gonna stay away. Yeah, we're friends, but we're friends with no communication. But that's not the topic. That's not the topic. So let's move on. I have a book to share with you, and one thing I need you to do as I read this to you, tell me if you end up yawning. Okay, this is How the Body Works series, and the mysteries of yawning. Okay. Now you're probably yawning already because I mentioned how depressing it was to go see Tweety My Love's looking at that guy. Makes you want to throw up. So, anyways, let's go to the first page. We got words. And it says here, why do we yawn? Look at this picture and does it make you want to yawn? I don't know if you can see it. Everybody yawns. Many animals yawn too. But why do we yawn? No one knows for sure. It's a mystery. It's a mystery, Margie TV. It's a mystery. Next page. We know. Oh, start over. What we know about yawning. We know that some facts about yawning. Humans yawn 1 to 30 times a day. Babies yawn even before they are born. Cats, ostriches, dogs, fish yawn too. Lots of animals do. We don't know, but why do we yawn? That may seem like an easy question. We yawn when we're sleepy, don't we? Well, it's not that simple. Scientists have different ideas about why we yawn. That they have tested some of their ideas, but still don't have the answer. I'm only talking like that because I think I'm going to yawn. Rebel, rock up. Does yawning give us more oxygen? We need oxygen to live. We need oxygen from the air we breathe. When we yawn, we take a big breath of air. Do we yawn to get more oxygen? Some scientists test this idea. They give people air with extra oxygen in it. But these people yawn the same as always had. There was no change. So don't yawn to get more oxygen. Okay? You know I'm yawning. I'm yawning when I see Tweety My Love's looking at that guy. Oh. Let's see. Does yawning make us... Oh, wait, does yawning wake us up? Does it? We know that yawning when we are bored or tired. So we yawn to help us wake up. Let me rephrase that. Nosebleed, nosebleed. Um, do we yawn to help us wake up? Scientists tested this too. They put people in quiet, dark rooms. The people got sleepy and they started to yawn. But did their yawns wake them up? The scientists checked the people's brains. The machines see how active they are, or they were. Yeah, were. The people were still just as sleepy. So yawning doesn't wake us up. But it's messing me mess up the words, right? Oh. I know everybody's busy. That's why nobody watched the previous video. That's fine. All right, let's try this and see if I can read this right. Does yawning cool our brains? But I need a drink. One scientist thought that our yawning might cool our brains. He saw people yawn more just before they go to sleep and just after they wake up. People also yawn when they're thinking hard. That's me. At times, our brains are warmer than usual. That made the scientists wonder. Do we wonder when our brains need to cool off? Scientists tested this idea. He put cool cloths on people's heads. They didn't yawn as much. So maybe we do more than our brains are warm. Sorry. So maybe we do yawn when our brains are warm. You can laugh, Rebel Rocker. Um, but this was only one test. Most scientists say we need more tests to be sure. We still don't know if yawning helps us cool our brain. It'll cool my brain as long as I don't go to that TikTok, right? No, I wasn't yawning. I was faking. Um, one more clue about yawning. Scientists are still looking for clues why we yawn. One clue that may help us solve a mystery. Yawning is catching. That's a fact. People who see others yawn often yawn themselves. Yeah, matter of fact, I remember my buddy and I, well, when we used to hang out, and I had to get up really early in the morning. And if I didn't sleep well the night before and I got up so early, I'll be in the car and I'll be yawning. And then after I yawning, he'll start to yawn and go, "Hey, stop yawning. That's contagious." So that's funny. Um, Yawning is catching in the baboons. Yawning is catching in the baboons and the chimps too. But animals don't yawn when they see a yawn. Children don't catch yawns until they are about 5 years old. Why? We don't know yet. Well, see, if I put the phone landscape, I wasn't sure if you would see the whole book, because if I lay it this way, a lot of times you won't see the whole thing. So that's why I did it that way, sunny, stormy. Meow, 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 meow. Oh. Still a mystery. Everyone yawns. It happens every day. We know that a few things about yawning, but there are such we do not know. Why do we yawn? It's not a simple question of all. But one thing is for sure, scientists will still keep looking for answers. Question. Some people yawn when they read about yawning. Did this book make you yawn? That's it. And on the back here it says, a mystery. You do it every day, but no one knows why. Find out more about mystery of yawning. So what happened was is that yesterday, after coming back from with my brother-in-laws and helping them cover up the pool, and you got to see the quail, not chickens, Kim, they're quail. And I was telling Mom, I said I was so tired from what we were doing, and I really didn't do much. I mean, I had a whole a strap while he was trying to tighten it. And I mean, I filled up some water buckets to hold down, so the hold the cover around the pool, and so we were in the on the truck. I yawned a couple times, and so I was telling Mom about that. I said, I'm really not that tired, but I really do feel tired, and I was just like, I was kept yawning and yawning, yawning. And usually, if I talk, that means I'm awake. If I'm talking, I'm awake. But if I'm very quiet and I don't really say much, there are two things. If I'm very quiet, I'm either really, really depressed and I want to cry and cry and cry, or I'm just really, really tired. Especially in the morning, if I'm starting a job. And that's why a lot of times I really don't like doing a video before I start working for somebody. But if I'm going to a regular job and it's early in the morning, like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, the normal times that people get up, I'm going to be very quiet. But no, I end up yawning, and then I told Mom about it, and she said, well, I got a book for you to read. You talk about yawning. So, yeah. So I wanted to share this with you. And so did you yawn when I was reading? I think towards the end, when I was reading it, because I asked her, I said, can I read it out loud? She said, no, read it to yourself. Reading to myself, I got to the very end, and that's when I started to yawn. I yawned right at the part where they asked you, where was it? Some people yawn when they're yawning. Did this book help make you yawn? Oh yeah, there's a little thing back here. So, on the glossary, it says oxygen has gas in the air that humans and animals need to live. Scientist, a person who studies the natural world to find the facts about it. Test, a check to see how something works. Yawn, to open mouth wide and take a breath. So, fake yawn. But my eyes are saying, I'm going to go to sleep. But see, right now I can't do that because I got to go do the dishes, and I'm going to have more nightmares now because I saw that TikTok video when Tweety My Loves was looking so beautiful. And all I see is a little square little person, and he's got a blanket over him, and he's falling asleep, and she's looking at him like, oh, and it's making me go, it makes me sick. I knew this was going to happen because I said, all this, oh my God, if Tweety My Loves ever was with us, it would probably make me so sad and so down in the dumps. I mean, anyone that I saw that probably had any interest in me left. They took off. They say, well, I'm not waiting around for him. He wants to be with her. He not giving up. He not moving on. And they just left. They're no longer on Messenger. They're not even doing YouTube. They are on TikTok, but they're no longer on YouTube and no longer on Instant Messenger, and they just left. They said, the thing came up and said, this person's unavailable. And of course, I think I found out that one of them was Juliet, which she always said to me that you're the kind of guy but she never finished it. She never finished her sentence, so I have no idea what the other part of that thing was. Now, I don't know if she was interested in me, or what. Um, Now, if you want to go back, there was another girl before Tween My Loves, and her name was Trish Princess. I had the super crush on her, and I really wanted an LDR with her. But the problem was she was jealous of Margie TV. And she said, well, you don't really need me because you got Margie. Margie has a boyfriend. Margie is taken. I've already asked Margie, and I said, I remember having that conversation. We're having on a video chat, and I don't think we were on video, but we were talking. She was falling asleep. I was falling asleep, but I was still sort of awake, and it just felt so sweet. And I said very softly, and I said, Margie, will you be my LDR girlfriend? And she woke up and said, did you forget? Oh, did you forget? Don't you know I have a boyfriend? Don't you know I have a boyfriend? I have a boyfriend. You know, the Italian guy. I have a boyfriend, Ragajev. And she says, I tell you what, you can be my BFF. So, and from that point on, that was settled. So, and for me, Margie TV is my dearest BFF because I've known her for so long. And yeah, we had our ups and we had our downs, but we always kept in contact. Not like Tweenie My Loves, who does not talk to me. She does not talk. She don't even give me a chance. She don't even try to call me. She could have just called and say, hi, how are you? And what you've been up to, and I could tell her about what's going on and tell her what's happening. A normal conversation, but no, she don't want to even do that. She want to take a chance. So be it. Anyways, none of this craziness. But the way I see it is, I'm going off topic. Hope you really enjoyed this. Maybe I'll help you yawn more. If Sam's waiting for a bedtime treat, but you know what? I'm not going to give it to her until I'm ready to go upstairs because I haven't yawned yet. So once I start yawning, then we'll go. But I got to do the dishes, and maybe I'll sing a song. But I don't know if I'm going to do it because I know for the fact that this song or that other song is going to have that blink, and that'll be it. But no, I was trying to say is that it took so long for me to find somebody that I really connected with. My buddy Silver Will says he's nervous when he wants to talk to Kate. And he just said he don't like video chatting. Not for me. When Tweenie My Loves asked me if she could video chat with me, I said yes. I said yes. I thought that'd be a great idea. And so a lot of times I feel that if I'm having a video chat with somebody, we can get to know each other. We can see our faces. We can see the words coming from our mouth. And we can have an understanding. And like if you don't understand something, you can say, well, what do you mean? And then you can say, well, I mean, blah, 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 blah. And you go, oh, okay. But if you're texting, and then you sit there and wait for the person to respond, and you say, did you see my question? What question? The question all the way up top. And you start to get stressed out because they're not reading what you're saying. Because that happens with my buddy because I'd be sending something to him, and he'll be like, well, we'll be talking about like my mom, and we usually call her Mother One. And because it's like a G.I. Joe thing. And actually, Mother One, oh, that's a Spawn. That's right, that's Spawn. But this is a nickname that my buddy came up with. But it's like we're going to talking about a topic, and he's the one that brought up the topic. And I'll ask him a question about the topic, and he'll be like, who's that? Like, weren't you paying attention? But that's not the point. Even if, I think it's like with a female and you want to talk to them, don't you think it's better to video chat?
I mean, texting's cool, texting's nice, but it's so much better to be able to see the person and talk to them. And, and thing is, if it's been years, I mean, I think it's been, what, 3 years, 4 years since I talked to Tween Loves, she only remembers the bad things. The thing that message she left me on TikTok was just negative things, no positive things. She says, "How do I know that if I video call you, you're not gonna want something bad?" Did I say that? Did I say, "Oh, please no," because we're not in a relationship. Hello, obviously not. All I want is just to say hi. How are you? See your face. It'd probably be good and bad at the same time, because if I see you smiling, I'm going to be thinking, are you really smiling at me, or is it just a fake smile because you're with him? So, but I would prefer that if anybody wanted a relationship with me and you want to talk, call me. Let's look like this. You look at me, I look at you. I mean, if you're not on Facebook and you're not on Instagram, then okay, then that settles that. But I mean, if you expect any kind of anything more between us, let's video chat. So, are you yawning yet? A lot of you are sick of the topics that I talk about, but it helps me get things off my chest. And oh, you want to see Sam? See, there she is. But that's it. Basically, Mom wanted me to read this to you because I told her, I said, I think this would be really cool to do on YouTube. And she says she's going to school tomorrow. She doesn't need me, but she's got to take this to school, so she's going to go back in the library because in the back here it says CSCL Library 2024. See, right up in here. That's where it goes. It says, catching a yawn. Can you make a friend's yawn? Do 3 tests on them at one time. Talk about yawning. Show a picture of someone yawning. Give a big yawn yourself. Keep track of what happens. How many friends yawn with each test. What did you learn about yawning? Yeah. So in the comment down below, please leave me a comment what you think about yawning, and did you yawn, and are you going to try that test with somebody? So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Obviously, if I run out of storage, obviously you're not going to see me sing a song from Boston, which was the plan, but I'm still rambling, so I will just see you in my next upload, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow I gotta go Chris across the street, so I'll come up with something. Hopefully you'll see me. Don't forget, please watch my previous upload from early in the day. It's nighttime, my friends. It's actually 10:55, no, 10:56, sorry, p.m. So, as you can see, it's not morning because look. Does that look like morning? See? Anyways, that's it. See you next time. Mwah. I love y'all. Kim. Oh, Jen Marie. Jen and Marine channel. I will see you soon. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. So I'll see you all. I told you earlier today. As long as you keep coming back to see me, you will see me a lot more. If I see you once and you disappear, I'm like, wasn't there somebody that messaged or was connected to me, but they disappeared? But thank you so much for all those who are coming back. I really appreciate that. You're awesome. You are awesome. Shout out to Philippines. Shout out to Taiwan. Shout out to Singapore. Shout out to Hong Kong. Shout out USA, of course. And shout out to all over the world. And yeah, sure. Shout out to me, my loves. Okay, that's it. See you next time. ZRV vlogs. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I have to do this just to get myself back to reality. Okay, cool. Look at the book, and I'll see you next time.